Hello and welcome back to Operation Northwind. It is turn 6 for Germany. It is January 1939. And as you can see, I think I need to declare war this turn because the French are just making it as difficult as possible for me here. So let's see what we can do here. First thing is first, though, we had $25 to spend. So we're going to do 2 cavalry, 2 infantry, an airborne. We're going to lend-lease the Spanish and artillery only if we defeat France. Otherwise, there's too much interdiction going on. And a medium armor. That should be our full 25. I have things set up just in case I'm successful. I'm hoping I am, but it's definitely going to be tight. So we have 4 undamaged major factories. So improved factories will be gray. Heavy armor is red. Long-range aircraft is blue, and advanced submarines is pink, purple, whatever you want to call that color. So we need 8 for all of them, except for factories, we only need a 7. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, 9, 5, 4, 9. So red and pink are good. So that's going to move heavy armor up to stage 2. And advanced subs up to stage 2. Okay. Combat moves. The Spanish have 1 combat move before we get into all the German stuff. So, the Spanish are going to send the 2 cavalry and 2 fighters from Glacier and Leon into eastern Andalusia. And they have decided that they are not scrambling. So we will have 2 at 2. Which are the red dice. And we will have 2 at 6, which are the green dice. And he will have 1 at 2 defending, which will also be red. We'll roll that after the attack. Okay. Round 1. Okay, well, I got 3 hits. Of course, I only needed 1. I got 3. So probably good thing you didn't scramble there, Robert. And then defense. That's a 12. Okay. So we start out good. Let's hopefully we can keep it going stronger. This is the log turn. So, Eastern Andalusia is now the nationalist. We're going to put the dead pile right there for now. And then to the with 2 cavalry, the 2 fighters are going to fly back to Glacier and Leon. Okay. Now, on to the rest of the attacks. Now for the Germans. We are going to send this task force marker from Slovakia, which is 2 infantry and a fighter, along with the artillery from Bohemia into Donslaski. So that's going to be attack number. We're at 1 of the attacks. We'll move these 2 guys here so we can take them with us. The artillery is crossing a river, but there's no penalty for artillery, so no need to worry about that. Put these guys up here. Okay. Then, Eastern Germany is this task force marker, which is 2 artillery and 5 infantry. They are going to go into Western Poland, sorry. Yep, Western Poland, and attack these 4 guys. Three infantry and a cavalry. And to join them is going to be the tactical bomber from Western Germany is going to go 1, 2, so he's going to have 3 left. The fighter is going to have 3 left. And the medium bomber is going to have 4 left. With the air base, they get that +1. Okay, so they're all going to go into Western Poland. And there's no terrain there. Okay, the fleet will come out of port to attack the TBD. Okay, now the fun stuff begins. This task force marker of 4 self-propelled artillery, 3 light armor, and 1 medium armor, and 6 infantry are going to attack the 4 infantry in Belgium. And then they will blitz into Picardy. Okay. This task force marker of 3 self-propelled artillery, 3 light armor, 1 medium armor, and 1 cavalry will go 1, 2, and cross the Maginot, along with the 3 cavalry from Berlin will also go 1, 2, so they'll join this group here, and the mountain infantry will all go to in the Alsace-Lorraine. Okay, that's going to be a walk-in, but they still get the 2 at 6 for the 2 at 6 with double casualty. So we hope they miss, but we have enough that we should be okay there. Okay. I believe that is it. Oh, I did forget to mention, we are declaring war on Poland, obviously. Belgium and France only. The British have declined to declare war on the Germans. So that is where we're at. So with all of that, I believe that's all the combat for Stage 1. So with that, the British will go to 25. The Far East will go to 14. The Anzacs will go to 7. The French will go to 18 temporarily, hopefully. And the U.S. will go to 17. They go up 5 for that declaration of war. Okay. I think that's where everybody needs to be at this point. So let's start with some battles here. So let's start in Don's Lasky, which is this task force marker here. Okay, so we have 1 artillery at 3. Actually, we're going to do the artillery as the clear yellow. The supporting infantry will be the solid yellow. And the second infantry will be a 2, is red. And the fighter is a 6, is green. Okay, artillery hit, the fighter missed, and the supported infantry missed. So we got 1 hit, but it is a first strike, which is nice. So he only has 1 in defense now. And that's a 3. So we'll each lose an infantry. Okay. And then round 2, I lose the infantry. So I have artillery and support at 3 and the fighter at 6. And no hits. So round 2 for him. That's a 5, also no good. Okay, round 3. Okay, the fighter finally got a hit. Man, my planes better start shooting better than this, or it's going to be a very long game for me and the Germans. And the Japanese, for that matter. And retaliation is a 9. No good. Okay, so he loses 2. I lose 1. And these guys go back to... Whoops, these guys here go back to Don's Lasky. Okay, so Don's Lasky is now German. And we lost 1 dude so far. Okay, let's do Western Poland. So we'll bring this task force down. Okay, so now we have 2 artillery at 3, the clear yellows. We have 2 supported infantry at 3, the regular yellows. We'll have 3 unsupported infantry at 2, the red. We will have a fighter at 5, and a tactical at medium, both at 7 are black. I don't think we need to roll. I don't think there's any target selection with what he has there, so we'll roll them all together. So here is round 1 for Western Poland. Okay, we got hit with a tactical or a medium. And that looks like to be the only hit. Jeez. Get better when I go into France. Okay, so we got one hit. They have 3 infantry at 4, blue, and 1 cavalry at 2, red. Okay, and he gets 2 hits. So a cavalry and 2 infantry are off the board. 1 cavalry for him and 2 infantry for me. Okay, so round 2 is the 2 at 7, the 1 at 6, the 4 at 3, and now just 1 at 2. I lost 2 infantry. Okay. Okay, the fighter hit and an unsupported infantry hit. That is it. Man, no, sorry, I lied. That's a 6. So I got the 3 hits I needed. Okay, man. So he is going to have 3 at 4 in return, and he's going to get another hit. So we'll lose an infantry. He loses his 3 infantry, and so we'll take it with 2 artillery, 2 infantry, and then the planes. Okay. So, dead pile, and these guys are going back to Western Poland. Okay. So Western Poland is now German, and that one is worth $1. Okay. So Germany up to 25. Okay. Then I have 2 TBDs, battle cruiser, heavy cruiser, and destroyer versus his TBD. Okay, so we have a destroyer is blue at 4. Battle cruiser is 7, is black. Coastal defense ship is also 4, and then 2 TBDs are 2. They're red. Okay. So round 1. Okay, and the TBD gets a hit, and the battle cruiser gets a hit. So that takes care of him. He has 1 TBD in response, and that is an 8. So that is no good. So the TBD has been destroyed. Okay. Belgium is this task force marker. Okay. So we have, and everything is paired with a vehicle class unit, so there's no penalty for any of this stuff. So we are going to have 4 self-propelled artillery first strikes at 3. We're going to have 4 infantry at 3. 2 infantry at 2, unsupported. We are going to have 3 light tanks also at 3. I believe light artillery, light armor is at 3, yep. And 1 medium armor at 6. So here is round 1. Okay, so there's 1 first strike. There's 2 first strikes. The other 2 missed, but then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more hits. So we did overkill. So, of course, can we keep doing this when we go into France? Okay. So he'll have 2 responding at 4. A 12 and a 1. So he gets 1. So he loses his 4. I lose 1. Okay. So let's go. And then the 4 self-propelled and the 4 armor are going to be blitzing into Picardy. Okay. So Picardy's worth $1. They blitz into there. Belgium is worth $2. And the 5 infantry have to stay in Belgium. Okay, so 5 infantry in Belgium. And the other 4 units are into, or the other 8 units, sorry, are into Picardy. So Picardy is worth $1. Belgium's worth 2. So Germans up 3. 1, 2, 3. The British will go up 1 for Belgian Congo, 26. And the French will go down 1 to 17. Okay. Now the next battle is all this stuff here. Just going against the Maginot, so he's going to get 2 at 6. First strikes, double casualty, so we really want him to miss here. So let's see what we can do. So an 11 and a 4. Okay, I can live with that. So we will lose 2 cavalry. So that means we will take Alsace with 3 self-propelled artillery, 3 light armor, 1 medium armor, 2 cavalry, and a mountain dude. Okay, so the Maginot is gone. Okay, and that's worth 3. Oops, this one here. Okay. So British up to 31 and the French down to 14. Okay. Now, non-combat movement. The fighter and tactical have 3 left. They're sitting here in West Poland. I don't know why I keep saying Eastern. But they're going to fly back to Eastern Germany and land. The fighter that was in Slovakia will also land in Eastern Germany because he has plenty of range to get back there yet. Okay, the medium bomber has 4 left. He will go 1, 2, 3 and land in Bavaria. The strategic bomber will grab the airborne and land in Bavaria. Okay, and I believe that has landed all the planes. All the planes. So now I just got to do, let me just do some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I guess we'll do that. I was debating, I know it took a lot, but we'll send, we're going to use Blitzkrieg now. So, the mountain and 2 cavalry are going to stay in Alsace. The 3 self-propelled and the medium and 3 light armor are going to take southern France and then blitz into Aquitaine. And joining them will be the air transport 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so they can land with the airborne, along with the Strat bomber and airborne. So there'll be 8 units going in there. No, 9. Sorry, I can't count. Yep. And then this task force marker, the 4 self-propelled artillery, 3 light, and medium armor, will go into they'll go into Normandy here. So that's 2 infantry, 3 militia, a fortification, and we will be crossing a river on turn 1. And the medium bomber will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to land. So he will join that fight also. Okay, and then down in Aquitaine is 2 militia, an artillery, and 2 motorized infantry. I thought this was the better move than to go into Paris. I have no fighter. No fighters can make, only 1 plane can make the fight, but we're going to give this a try. And then in the Warsaw, we are going to send everything, the three artillery, 3 infantry that are here are going to go into there, along with the 3 planes, the tactical and 2 fighters. They will have 2 left at the end of this turn. Okay. So I'm going to take this away because they're all moving around now. Okay. So, yeah. So let's start with this battle, I guess. So I will have 4 self-propelled artillery out of 4. And he will have 2 fortification strikes at 5 in orange. So let's start with that. First strikes and see what happens here. Okay, so first strikes. He gets 1 and I get 0. So I will lose... I will lose a light armor. Okay. Now I have crossing a river. I have 2 at 2. 1 at 5 for the medium armor. And 1 at 7 for the medium bomber. Okay. Bomber missed. Only the medium armor hit. Okay, this is not going so good. So then he's going to have 2 at 5 for the infantry and 3 at 3 for the militia with the fortification. Or is it +2? All of a sudden now I'm drawing a blank on the fortification rules. Let's just hope for the best. Hopefully it's really high numbers, don't need to worry about it, but let's see here. So far, 1 hit. Okay. So definitely only 2 hits because the 2-5, even if it was +2, they would be at 6s, so they would be good. And the militia will only be at 4, so they missed. So I got 1 hit, so he'll lose a militia. And I lose 2 more, so I'll lose 2 light armor. Okay. Do I want to do that? Now we'll lose 1 light armor and 1 self-propelled artillery because we're already our numbers are already a little down as it is. Okay, so round 2. If I got everything figured out correctly with the new rules, I'll have 2 artillery at 3 because they're paired with the vehicle class. 1 will be downgraded to a 2 because it's not paired. I will have a light armor at 3. I will have a fighter or a bomber at 7, and a medium tank at 6. Okay. Round 2. And 1 hit. Only the freaking medium armor hit. Okay. So now he is down to 2 at 4 and 2 at 2 for what he has left. So I got 1 hit. Okay. And he gets none so far. And no hits. Okay, so we both completely missed on round 2. So round 3, let's do it again. Okay, well, I got some hits that time. So 3 hits. But the tank and the medium bomber missed. So our 2 artillery hit and the light tank hit. So 3 hits. So he'll lose 2 militia and an infantry. And he'll have 2 at 4, 2 at 3 for round 2. Or round 3, whatever we are in. Okay, 3 misses so far, and there's a hit. Okay. So I will lose another self-propelled artillery. I don't want to, but I think that makes more sense. Okay, so he'll have one left. And I will lose the... So I'll have 2 at 3. 3 at 3, sorry. 1 at 6 and 1 at 7. Okay. This is why I didn't want to go into City 2, because I don't think I would have taken the City the way I'm rolling right now. In only 3 rounds, because this is round 5, I believe. 4 or 5 for this one by itself. Okay. And absolutely no hits again. And a hit. So we're going to lose another light armor. So we're down to, down to 4 units. 1 at 6, 1 at 7, 1 at 3, and 1 at 2. And the fighter finally does his job along with the artillery and along with the medium bomber. So all 3 get a hit. So we finally take it. And he misses. Okay. Jeez. So we will take Normandy after a long battle with 2 self-propelled artillery and medium armor. And of course the bomber. Let's grab the dead pile. And let's grab the task force marker. Good stack up, Dawson. You're definitely making me think, and I don't think I would have gotten the city in 3 rounds based on how I'm rolling so far. Okay, so Normandy is taken, and it's worth $1. So we will move the Germans up to 32, and the French down to 13. Okay, now the last important battle is this bad boy right here. And the new artillery rule is definitely making me rethink. Obviously, I would have taken all the light armor first, but with the issue of being -1, I figured it's not worth the risk. Okay, so artillery, I have 3 at 3, and he has 1 at 3. We'll roll his. So mine will be the clear ones. His will be the solid yellow one. So we'll do artillery first. Round 1. Okay, we each get a hit. So I forgot to ask you, but I'm assuming you're going to take the artillery in the first round. And I'm going to take... I'll take an artillery also in the first round. Okay, so that was that. So then I have 3 light armor at 3. I have 2 airborne at 3 for round 1. And then I have medium armor at 6. So I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, no, 7, sorry. No, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6, yeah. Okay. That's a little better, but my tanks still can't hit. Well, not really. I got 1 hit. Okay. So he'll lose a militia. He'll have 2 militia at 3 and 2 motorized at 4, I believe. I'm just double checking here. Motorized. Yep, motorized at 4. Okay. And thankfully, he's rolling just as good as I am, so nothing. Okay. Next round, we have 2 artillery, 3 light armor. Our 2 airbornes now are downgraded to 2. And the medium armor at 6. And again, 1 hit out of all that. Okay. So he has 1 at 2 and 2 at 4 and 1 at 2. That's a 12, so he gets 1 hit. So I will lose a light armor this turn. Okay, round 3. We have 2 artillery, 2 light armor, 2 airborne, and a medium tank. Okay, there's 2 hits so far and 1 spinning. Okay, so we got 2 more hits. The tank finally did its job. So he'll lose a militia and a motorized. So he'll have 2 at 4 and 1 at 2. And he gets 3 hits. Okay. So even if I screwed up Dawson and you would have kept your artillery, it would have missed on round 3 and hit that round either way. So, okay, so 3 hits. We're going to lose 2 airborne and a light armor. Okay. So now I have 2 artillery, a light armor, and a medium armor. And nothing. And he has 1 at 4 in return. And that's an 11, so no good there. Okay, next round. I'm glad there's no limit to this, because it's taking for a while. Okay, and of course, 4 hits. Where was that on round 1? And a 10, so he misses. Okay. So the good news is we did it. I do not think there was any chance of going into Paris and taking it out in 3 rounds, even if I brought all my aircraft and they all happened to survive round 1 from the AAA gun. I just don't think there's any way I was taking that, so I think this was definitely my best route. It was a little rough, but we got there. So we'll take Aquitaine with 2 self-propelled artillery, 1 light armor, and 1 medium armor. Okay, and we have a nice casualty pile so far. Okay, so that is worth $1. And then we'll finish the rest of the French stuff here after we do the attack on Poland. Okay, so the French go down $1 and Germany goes up $1 to 33. So then the Polish attack is all of that versus all of this. And the way I'm rolling right now, yeah. We shall see what happens here. This is just... And they're in the city too, so they're going to get the +1. They're going to get... Thankfully, there's no target selects because I have no vehicle class units going in there. Okay. Let's see if we can actually roll for good. So we have 3 artillery at 3, first strikes. We'll have 3 infantry, the solid yellows, at 3. We will have 2 fighters at green, and a tactical bomber at 7 is black. Okay. So we got 1 first strike. We got 1 fighter hit. The medium bomber got a hit. And 2 of the supported infantry got hit. So we did a lot better. We got 5 hits that time, which is definitely good. So he is going to lose, with the first strike, he's going to lose a militia. The fighter, he's going to lose the fighter. And then 3 more. So he'll lose militia, cavalry, and infantry. So there'll be 1 left. Okay. So for him, he will have a fighter at green at 6. He'll have 2 infantry at 5. They are orange. And maybe he's going to lose the cavalry with this. I can't remember if the cavalry gets a bonus or not. So we're just going to pretend he lost the cavalry and do 2 at 3 with for the city bonus. Okay, so he lost 1, so he should have 2, 2. Yep, okay. Okay, round 1 for Warsaw. Okay, he's going to get 4 hits. 4 hits, no target selects, but the fighter did miss, which is the good thing. So that's the only thing that missed was his fighter. So he got 4 hits. So we're going to lose, I guess, 2 artillery and 2 infantry. So we went from no casualties in a battle to all of a sudden we had 9 in 1 round. Okay, so round 2. We're going to have the 2 fighters and the tactical and the artillery and the infantry supported. We need 1 hit. And we get 3 hits. So we took care of Warsaw. We have 1 at 4 in return. Sorry, 1 at 5 in return. It's a city. At the 4, so we get another hit. So we're going to lose the artillery, and we're going to take Warsaw with 1 dude. That's it. Okay. This has definitely been a very painful turn so far. I've accomplished everything I needed to accomplish, but I've taken serious casualties. Okay, so Warsaw is German with a whopping 1 infantry. Okay. So now, okay, so I'm just going to put this here for now because we have to land planes. We got to do Vichy and everything else first. So the French, if you guys are surrounded, all these guys die. The most frustrating part about playing the French is you always seem to have people dying that you can't use. Okay, so then Germany will lose $1 for southern France, but get 3 for Paris. So they're going to go up 2. They're going to go up 2. 1, 2. Okay. The Vichy creation now. Oops, wrong drawer. So Vichy will get southern France and Corsica. And they'll get 3 infantry and an artillery. And a fighter in southern France. Okay. Well, that's the first part. So Vichy will have $1 to their name for now. We gotta get the Vichy roundel, which is right here. So Vichy has $1 to their name right now. Okay. Now I have everything set up here again. I have all the ships labeled where they go and color-coded, ready to roll. So we will do the ships at sea first, then we will do the build queue, and then we will do the land zones and see how everything gets divided up. So, ships at sea, TBD, 2 transports, 4 subs, light cruiser, 2 destroyers in the same sea zone, the 3rd destroyer, and then the battleships. Okay? So let's see how the Vichy goes this time. The way I'm rolling, it'll all go Free France. But let's see here. I see a lot of low numbers, which is definitely Free France. Okay, so a 9 is Vichy, so the Vichy is a destroyer. The battleship is a 4, So that's scuttled. The second battleship is a 12. So that's Axis. That's really good. Okay. The 2 brown destroyers. One is a 10, which is Vichy. And one is a 2, which is Free French. Okay. Light cruiser is a 4. So light cruiser is scuttled. The subs, there's a 1. So that will stay Free French. Ooh. And then 3 7s. That's crazy. 3 7s. They're all Vichy. No, yeah, they're all Vichy, sorry. So, yeah. So all this, no Japanese subs, no German subs. They all stayed Vichy. Okay, the 2 transports are a 9 and a 3. So that means we each get a transport, which is going to make things a little interesting. And the TBD is a 6, so that's scuttled. Okay, so only 3 ships scuttled in that whole thing. Not bad. Okay, the build queue, we had the battleship is black and the heavy cruiser is purple. Okay, a 6 and an 11. So the battleship is scuttled. And an 11 is German. So the German's going to get a heavy cruiser. Okay, now the land zones. This is the important part. To a degree. Okay, land zone time. I see a lot of low numbers, which is not good for Vichy, I don't think. Nope. Okay, so Anne Tompkin is Free France. So, big difference in last game. Okay. The Somaliland one, they will become Vichy. So, this little guys over here are all Vichy. Okay. Algeria. The Algerian consort is going to be Free France. The these guys here, which are covered right now, they will go Vichy. Of course, they're not worth anything. Okay, then this section over here, the Chad, Niger, all that set, that is also Vichy. That's a 7. Okay, French Morocco is a 6. So that's Free France. I'm giving Free France a lot of... Oh, wait. This is a 6. My bad. That's you guys's. Okay, Tunisia is a 5. So this time... And Syria is a 7. So Syria is Vichy. So we gave a lot more land zones to the Free French this time. Which is another reason why this game is fun. Because it's never the same twice. Okay. So we get Syria, which is worth $1. We get this set back here, which is covered up, I believe. I have to double check everything. And we get French Somaliland. So we're going to get French Somaliland, Madagascar, this one. I think it's just those 3. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to get $1 for Cameroon down there. So we get $1 for Cameroon, $1 for Madagascar, and $1 for Syria. Okay, so we're gonna get, and we'll put these on once we move the paper here. Okay, so the rest are Free French. So we get 3, and Free France is gonna have a lot of money to spend. They have to pick out where they want to put their capital then. So they're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If my math is correct. They're going to have 5. And the Vichy will have 1, 2, 3. Okay. Not the best, but that's how it goes sometimes. Okay, so the Vichy have 3 more, so they'll be at 4. Free France will be down to 5. That's a lot of land zones for them. And then let's get the ships updated here on what goes where. So the battleship is scuttled, and we need a heavy cruiser for the Germans. We'll get that taken care of then. Okay, I need 3 Vichy subs. I do have 3 Vichy subs. Okay, so 3 Vichy subs. I'll go here in M1, and the Free French sub stays in I8. Okay, so they lose their 3 subs. Okay, transport. So I get a transport in M1, and he has one still in A35. M2, the TBD is scuttled. Okay. A44, the light cruiser is scuttled. And A44, the battleship that is there, will go German. So we're going to put that up here, and I'll change this out later because I don't have German battleships ready to go, but we're going to put him up there to show that for now. So that's the 3, okay. And then the battleship in A18, that guy is scuttled. Okay, battleships, cruisers, TBDs. Okay. Vichy is going to get a destroyer from A20. Okay. Destroyer from A20 is Vichy. Destroyer from A23 is Vichy. And the other destroyer stays as Free France. So a lot more Navy this time, not many scuttles, which should make it a little more interesting. Okay, I believe that is it. I believe that is it for the for the Vichy creation. So now, the last thing that needs to be done, and I believe, if this changes your mind, Britain, on the declaration of war, please let us know. But since they are no longer, their map of 1 is gone because they can't land back here, and they're not war with the same major power, so they're not aligned or not in the same alliance, so they can't land here. So because their map is gone, the fighter and the bomber are removed from the game. Like I said, Britain, since it's the first time playing with these new rules, because usually you declare war on both at the same time, if that changes what you want to do, and you want to declare war on the Germans so that they can land on the French turn, just let me know. I have no problem making that adjustment, but war was declined in the chat beforehand, but I didn't disclose this part because you don't want to give away all your secrets before the turn happens. Okay, so now I think it's time for non-combat. Also, if I remember correctly, if I surround Paris, I can move into it, right? So everything that was in Normandy and Aquitaine will go into Paris, along with... No, I think that's it. Okay. Rest of the non-combat movement is the coastal sub in A27 is going to go to A33. So he's out of range of this guy, 1, 2, and this guy, 1. And the 2 subs in A28 will go 1, 2, all in A33. So they're out of range of any map moves by the British if the British do decide to declare a war on this next turn. My subs should all be safe, at least for a turn. They're coming after him, but at least be safe for a turn. Other non-combat moves, the 3 planes that were in Warsaw, they started here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They all come back to Eastern Germany and land there. So I wish I could get them back to Western Germany, but I cannot. So they are going to hang out there. 3 of the infantry in Belgium are going to walk back to Western Germany. And the 2 cavalry from Alsace-Lorraine are going to walk into Bavaria. And obviously the ships are all back in port there. I'll have to update that then later. And the medium bomber's got to land. So he went to here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to land in Western Germany. Okay. I think that is about it. We are going to annex Romania, which is worth 3. And that's going to give Russia a D12. So I have that marked there. So Germany will go up 3 more. 1, 2, 3 to 38. We will roll the Russian income increase. You can thank me later, Robert. You got a 12. Jeez. So that backfired big time. But with the way this turn's going, why not? So Russia will go from 15 to 27. Whew, man. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. It's the luck of the dice, sometimes with you, sometimes against you. I'm just going over everything real quickly, making sure we didn't miss anything. I think we just had to roll for recruitment for Spain, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Vichy, which is 2. Okay. So yellow is Spain, blue is Vichy. Okay, I get Spain, but I don't get Vichy. Okay, so Spain, we are going to add an infantry. Oh, I didn't even place my unit yet. So I'm losing my mind, guys. Sorry. We're going to place the infantry into Basque Country. Okay, so let's place some units now. The Lend-Lease is going to go from Bavaria and rail all the way down to Basque Country. The 2 cavalry, 2 infantry, airborne, and I guess I should land these 2 planes too, huh? So the 2 planes that went to Aquitaine will need to land back in Bavaria. Actually, the strategic, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The strategic bomber will land back up in Western Germany because he can go. They each can go 7 with the airfield. Okay, so in Western Germany, we are going to place 2 infantry, an airborne, and a medium armor. In Berlin, we're going to place a cavalry, and in Bavaria, we're going to place the cavalry. So I believe that is it. It was a very long turn, mostly because I couldn't roll the dice and nobody could hit anything. So the last thing we need to do is collect some money. We saved 0. We are at 30. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we did sign the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact too, so that there was that. Should have mentioned that before the turn started, but had a lot going on, just totally forgot about it. So we are at 38 on the IPP chart, and once again, I will double check everything once I turn the camera off to make sure math is good, everything is good there. So 38 for Germany, and 4 for Vichy. So that's 42. Molotov-Ribbentrop will be 5 if we do that. Sweden is 3. Romania is 3. Okay. So 38, 42, 42 and 6 is 48. So 45, 6, 7, 8. So 48 plus 5 for the Molotov-Ribbentrop pack if Russia doesn't break it right away is what we will have to spend next turn. That is it, guys. I will not do the disposition here. We decided now to do them separately. So once this is uploaded, I will shoot you guys the disposition of where everything is, because this may take a while since we are at just shy of an hour right now. But that's normal. That's the norm for when Germany attacks France. But if you guys have any questions, please ask, and we will see you guys all next year. Have a good one.